Too good not to. Okay, you guys got your game pieces?
I got my game pieces.
Okay. Which deserves more respect than it gets?
Oh, then it gets. I got this.
Basically, to put it in layman's terms, underrated.
Who's going first?
Jesse, you can go first.
All right. Well, I mean, considering my opponent has Miss Pac-Man, you can't really.
You can't use his
You can't really, you know, underrate Pac-Man. It's, you know, iconic. But America's Army, on the other hand, nobody respects the fucking army. At least not their video games. I mean, you can't fucking. I don't even know. I don't care.
Are you still glad you recorded this?
All right, I can try to argue this.
I shut it off.
There's a cat on this picture.
Okay. Let me see the
The
cat.
end. Therefore, I win because there's a cat.
Does Miss Pac-Man have a cat?
I can't ask you. Okay, Brian, go. Jesse clearly goes up.
I was gonna argue.
I feel Miss Pac-Man is overshadowed or underrated, I mean, because
He's over.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Shut up.
you are
Let
not
him go.
arguing right now. Granted, it was a game that was popular, but there were much more games that were more popular than Miss Pac-Man.
Mike, find a cat.
Okay, how about we both grab different cards?
Yeah, can we just grab different weeks?
Okay.
Oh
no,
my God.
you cannot do that. So,
You have to
Fuck me in the
switch it
angel.
how about I just flip a coin? I'll just flip a coin.
Angry Birds.
Just pick me
I
as the
got
winner.
Far Card too.
Just pick me as the winner, Tristan.
Jesse, heads or tails?
Tails.
All right, Jesse wins.
I don't even win for my head.
All
If I
right.
win, it's clearly red.
Okay, let's go.
Who went first last time?
I think Matilda.
Well, you know what? You were questioner, so you're gonna go first.
Yeah, okay.
Which is more realistic?
Which is more realistic?
See, we actually kind of need to. Never mind.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, my game is Final Fantasy VII. And
If you guys
Hang on a
lose, I'm
second.
gonna slap you both.
hang on 1 second. All right, Final Fantasy VII. Granted, it is an RPG in like a Okay, it's an RPG. Okay, whatever. There's magic and stuff. But compared to the other Final Fantasies in some weird fantasy land, this one tried to be more realistic and became more popular because it was kind of like going to more modern themes, kind of like dealing with like depression and stuff like that, and like just kind of bungalows and just weird like districts and stuff. Which, you know, there's a lot of like poor places in the world, so it's trying to like relate to all stuff like that. I mean, yeah, there's like, again, there's still magic and stuff, but as far as realism goes, it tried to be more realistic and everything. Also had like more realistic characters and graphics and stuff like that. It tried to like push the limits, you know, try to make you more emanate with like all like the characters and stuff. So I think in terms of that, it was realistic.
Okay. Right?
I got Gran Turismo. I feel that is much more realistic than Final Fantasy. Because in Gran Turismo, you have to decide which vehicle you want. There's multiple vehicles you can choose from. And then there's multiple like engines that you can choose from to like soup up the vehicle of your choice. And then you race it like drag racing, except in a closed circuit race. But while in that race, you can, if you crash, you do damage to your vehicle, which if you do well in the races, you'll earn more money to pay for said damages. So it's very much like a real, like a, I don't know what they call it, like a closed circuit race.
Matilda?
Okay, my game was Flower for the PS3. And this is the most realistic because it deals with agricultural systems, including like planting different fields and then repollinating new fields elsewhere, and the entire system of agriculture overall. So really it's the most realistic, and also I feel that a big element in realism is also being somewhat boring because your game is just too exciting to be realistic. Your game, who the fuck?
Life is so shitty.
Who the fuck really drag races? That's the least realistic. However,
Tokyo.
There's 10,000 bajillion more farmers than there are race car drivers or imaginary fantasy characters. So really, mine is the most realistic.
Well, I'll pick my card for the next race.
Ooh. So Matilda's full of shit.
I know, I completely am. I don't know what that game is
That game
about.
was so far off.
Given that I don't know jack shit about that game,
You could've
she
said-
made a good argument.
You could have said the graphics were more realistic. Those are very realistic graphics.
It's a fun.
Are you
could-
joking?
No, the actual
I
game,
want you to play that tomorrow.
like each
Actually,
blade
But I
is
That's-
haven't, I
simulated.
haven't seen the game, so...
It's a beautiful game.
you'll love it. We'll play it. That'll be one of the girl gamer segments.
Anyway,
Jesse.
I'm giving one to Brian
Whoop, whoop.
and me?
because he got real lucky with having a
very
simulator game.
If you look at Gran
So wait.
Turismo 5, the
Wait.
graphics were like
Who got the
it's
other one?
real
I'm still thinking
or.
because Tristan made a good
Really?
argument.
They're really good.
the
Are you
graphics really
joking?
good. I
No,
mean,
he made a good argument on a
Oh,
game that
relation
should not
is
have a
good.
good argument.
He, just because
But-
he played on somebody's base liking of a game,
Jesse doesn't say he liked the game.
I've never played it.
everybody likes Final Fantasy.
I've never played
I've
it.
never played any of them.
Everybody loves Final Fantasy
Yeah.
7.
I'm,
To Matilda.
Woo!
you just got shit on
Final
for the bad
Fantasy
job.
That's okay. I expected to lose
Just
anyway.
because
but I tried so hard.
She bullshit a lot harder than you did.
Yeah.
The last one should be Final fucking Fantasy.
Or just fantasy.
Finally, the Final fucking Fantasy.
Alright, which Let's Players express themselves more Brian?
More Brian?
More Brian.
Brian, you
I
got
don't know
you got
what that
total
is.
in
Oh,
because
well,
your
looks
name's
like
in
you're gonna
this.
fucking lose.
Shit. Express themselves more.
Express themselves more Brian.
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 Brian and
All right.
the Jets.
I feel Grim Fandango lets the players express themselves more because in this game you have to
Here, pot smoking skeleton.
make decisions of like based on your character. Just you have to make good or bad decisions, and in those decisions, you kind of express yourself. I'm fucked on this one. In those decisions, you kind of express yourself through those decisions you make.
That was beautiful. Matilda,
I'm sorry.
Matilda, if you keep laughing, you're gonna lose.
I'm tearing up.
If you keep laughing,
I'm
you're
not
gonna be
laughing. I'm
disqualified.
crying because of you.
You're
Anyway.
so beautiful. It's touching.
Okay.
That was the best argument ever.
So my game, Grand
You make
Theft Auto
choices in the
3,
game.
lets you. My game, Grand Theft Auto 3, allows you to express yourself much more than whatever that other fucking one was, Grand Fandango, whatever the fuck. Because in Grand Theft Auto 3, you get your choice. You can do whatever you want. You can take out a lot of rage on various random bystanders or bad people such as hookers, drug dealers, etc. You can steal cars, you can crash cars, you can shoot things. Basically, it's the best outlet for expressing yourself, especially in the realms of anger, frustration, being upset about the injustice in the world. And then also there's missions you can complete if you really want to like feel a sense of accomplishment. So you can express yourself through that by building up your mission completeness. And yes, that's why mine expresses yourself a lot more.
Alright, I think Matilda got that.
I already marked her down.
Okay.
We're gonna
Which
argue
is more
with each other.
frustrating to play?
Choose go versus.
You go first.
Okay. Heavy Rain, pretty fucking frustrating. Because you're the murderer and you're trying to solve you're the fucking murder. And, spoiler, by the way. Pretty sure you're the murderer.
Damn it!
I think so.
But yeah, you are a police detective. And you're... No, wait, no, you're not a police detective. You're just this guy.
Sound sure of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
no.
losing credit.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm actually thinking. I'm not trying to bullshit Matilda. I'm trying to actually explain to her why this game's so fucking frustrating. What?
No, he's not.
Okay, anyways, you're trying to solve a murder. Is there anything that you can think of that is more frustrating than trying to solve a fucking murder? No? Didn't think so. Especially when you're the murderer. And your character has like some sort of memory loss or some dissociative disorder of some sort where he doesn't remember what he's done like an hour ago. So he thinks he might be the murderer. But there's also other people that, are obvious suspects, and people trying to stop him solve the murder, other people trying to catch him for being the murderer, and it's just an all-around clusterfuck of what the fuck is going on. It's frustrating.
You sound very frustrated.
It's a frustrating argument too because the game's so goddamn frustrating that I'm blowing up.
I really wanted you to say that game is so goddamn easy that I'm frustrated.
What?
Yeah, never mind. I feel Guitar Hero is frustrating. Because, granted, I will give it the first couple stages. They are easy. They're easy songs. But if you want to challenge yourself, you move on past those and you get into the harder songs, which are frustrating as fuck. Because not only do you have all 5 buttons to mash, or, well, me mash because I'm suck at that game. But you gotta strum it every time. And if you're not, well, even if you are a guitar player, I've heard that it's really hard. Guitar Hero is really hard for even guitar players because they're not used to the way it's set up. So it's pretty frustrating in that sense. And then there's songs that are, I mean, they even have a song that's impossible to finish. I mean, you gotta just fucking, it's so frustrating that you gotta just, and it's frustrating.
Can you hum a little bit and react?
No, I will not hum.
For Inception. Okay, so my game is Eco, and it's a beautiful game. There's a lot of good stuff about it, but it's really fucking frustrating to go back to nowadays because, for one, the camera angle is shit. Like, you're running around like this princess, and then, you know, oh, let's go over here. Oh, hey, camera angle, let's fucking go. So you're like half your face in like a piece of fucking grass. What? I didn't sign up for this shit. And then also, you gotta like climb through all like these really, really tall buildings, going through like this tower and stuff. And then, you know, you make one wrong move, you fucking go down to the bottom, you gotta do the whole goddamn thing over again. There's like no checkpoints. It's retarded. And like, there's a combat system, but it's like shit. So you're like running around, there's like these shadow people coming after you, and there's like not really much. You kind of just like mash buttons, but like they're super strong, and it's really hard to win if you don't have like the good like reflexes for blocking abilities. Also, so it's like the game, the kid with the horns and then the princess walking around or whatever, and then sometimes you gotta leave the princess alone, and then you gotta go up by yourself, you know, pull a lever so that she can, you know, follow you or whatever. That AI is dumb as shit also because she'll just like wander off a cliff or like be attacked by these shadow people as you're like trying to like push a twist. You're like, God damn, she's been attacked by shadow people. I gotta goddamn fucking jump down, defeat the shadow people, go up to the thing again, try to do the switch. The shadow people come up again. She's being raped again. So frustrating.
Sounds like Mario 64.
Rape.
This is actually a really tough one to pick because I want to just like pick one winner. I don't want to have like a final round. But
Final round.
shut up. But it's so tough because Jesse was legitimately frustrated just trying to give his argument, regardless of whatever he was saying about the game.
More like.
You did a really good, like, I liked your improvisation, like, explanation about whatever. And then Tristan has, like, actual legitimate facts
Have you played that game?
that make me frustrated imagining playing that game. So, God, it's fucking tough. I don't know who to pick. Who will give me $5 to win?
Not me.
I'll blow you.
I wouldn't win anyways.
Okay.
Do you want us to do a rock, paper, scissors for it? Subscribe.
I picked Jesse because he was the first one to join in on the harmonics.
Aw, damn it.
I mean, in this, you're probably learning the adventures of friendship and kindness with this magical ponycorn, and you're probably learning colors and numbers and all sorts of amazing ponycorn things. Because, I mean, look at it. There's nothing else it could possibly be. This could not be a good game in any way. This has to have some educational value.
That seems like a great game. I want to play that game.
Okay,
My what?
You want to counter argue?
I want to say my game is called Pole Position. So even if it's not even boat racing, based on this picture, you probably learn how to pole dance. And there's a lot of single moms out there, and the only fucking thing they can do is fucking sell their bodies. So they need to know how to sell their bodies, otherwise they're not gonna get tips.
And they learned that through a video game.
They learn it through a video game. They play the pole, and they'll be like, all right, you know, if I do a slow dance, I'm gonna get more money. If I'm like kind of just being a little bitch out there, I'm not gonna get shit. It also makes
Jesse
it look hot.
totally won that one.
Well, duh, he won that one.
'Cause
You
I'm
like
great.
Jesse. You hate me. You hate me.
I'm great, okay?
Dude, your argument was first place is better than second
Red.
place.
Yeah.
Boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, subscribe, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom,